Dear students, I am Priyanka Dikshit, working as Assistant Professor at School of Pharmacy, Babu Banarsi Das University, Lucknow. I am here to present you on the topic anti-hyperlipidemic agents. The major lipids found in the bloodstream are cholesterol, cholesterol esters, triglycerides, and phospholipids. An excess plasma concentration of one or more of these compounds is known as hyperlipidemia. As all the lipids require the presence of soluble lipoproteins to be transported into the blood, hyperlipidemia ultimately results in increased concentration of these transport molecules or lipoproteins, and a condition is known as hyperlipoproteinemia. Causes of hyperlipidemia. Causes of hyperlipidemia are poor diet, family history, smoking, loose stools, poor appetite, fatigue, depression, weight gain, bumps in the eyes, stomach distension, heart pain, and aching pain. Symptoms of hyperlipidemia. Symptoms of hyperlipidemia are tiredness, headache and migraine, high blood pressure, constantly wants to sleep, exhausting pain in the liver, frequent constipation or diarrhea, loss of appetite, and getting nervous. General structure of lipoproteins. Lipoproteins are macromolecular complexes made up of lipids and proteins, so they are known as lipoproteins. Lipoproteins originate mainly from the liver and intestine, and they are involved in the transport and redistribution of lipids in the body. Lipoproteins are the complex particles that are made up of central hydrophobic core of nonpolar lipids, primarily cholesterol esters and triglycerides. This hydrophobic core is further surrounded by a hydrophilic membrane consisting of phospholipids, free cholesterol, and apolipoproteins. Cholesterol and triglycerides are freely soluble in organic solvents such as isopropanol, chloroform, and diethyl ether, but are relatively insoluble in aqueous physiological fluids. So, to be transported within the blood, these lipids need to be solubilized through association with macromolecular aggregates known as lipoproteins. Each lipoprotein is associated with an additional protein known as apolipoprotein on their outer surface. These apolipoproteins provide structural support and stability, and they assist in binding with the cellular receptors, and they act as cofactors for the enzymes involved in lipoprotein metabolism. Lipoproteins can be separated by ultracentrifugation process as per their density and can be classified into four major classes according to their mode of separations as chylomicron, very low density lipoprotein or VLDL, low density lipoprotein or LDL, and high density lipoprotein or HDL. Of these lipoproteins, chylomicrons are the largest lipoproteins with diameters ranging from 75 to 600 nanometers, and they have the lowest protein to lipid ratio, and therefore they are having the lowest density. Chylomicrons are synthesized by the absorptive cells of the intestinal lining, and the triglycerides, cholesterol esters, and free cholesterol content of these chylomicrons or particles is derived from the digestion of dietary fat. Their primary destinations in peripheral areas are the heart muscle, skeletal muscle, adipose tissue, and lactating mammary tissue. The transport of triglycerides and cholesterol esters to the tissues depletes the lipid protein aggregates of these substances and leaves remnant chylomicrons, which are eventually taken up by the liver. The lipid and protein remnants are used to form VLDL and LDL. VLDL is a lipoprotein class synthesized by the liver that is analogous to the chylomicrons secreted by the intestine, and its purpose is also to deliver triglycerides, cholesterol esters, and cholesterol to the peripheral tissues. Low-density lipoproteins are derived from VLDL and IDL in the plasma and contain large amount of cholesterol and cholesterol esters, and their principal role is to deliver these two forms of cholesterol to peripheral tissues. Almost two-thirds of the cholesterol and its esters found in the plasma is associated with LDL. Lipoproteins of this class are the smallest, with a diameter of 10.8 nanometer and the highest protein to lipid ratio. The resulting high density gives this class its name. HDL or high density lipoprotein plays a primary role in the removal of excess cholesterol from the cells and turning it to the liver, where it is metabolized to bile acids and salts that are eventually eliminated through the intestine. Major classes of lipoproteins. First class is chylomicrons and chylomicron remnants, mean diameter 500 nanometer. They are made up of 85% of triacylglycerol, 8% of phospholipid, and 4% of cholesterol. The major kinds of apolipoproteins that are found in chylomicrons and chylomicron remnants are A1, A2, B48, C1, C2, C3, and E. Their main source of formation is intestine. The function of chylomicron is to transport dietary triacylglycerol to tissues and dietary cholesterol to liver. Next category of lipoprotein is VLDL or very low density lipoprotein. That's mean diameter is 43 nanometer and it is composed of 56% triacylglycerol, 20% phospholipid and 23% cholesterol. They are mainly composed of apolipoproteins such as B100, C1, C2, and C3 and E. The main source of formation of VLDL is liver, and they are involved in the transport of lipids from the liver to the peripheral tissues. Next category of lipoprotein is IDL or intermediate density lipoprotein, that is having mean diameter of 27 nanometer and it is composed of 29% triacylglycerol, 26% phospholipid and 43% cholesterol. The major apolipoproteins found in IDL is B100, C3 and E, and their major source of formation is main source is VLDL, that is very low density lipoprotein, and they function between VLDL and LDL, or they are intermediate between VLDL and LDL. Low density lipoprotein mean diameter is 22 nanometer and they are composed of 13% triacylglycerol, 28% phospholipid and 58% cholesterol. The major apolipoprotein found is B100 and their major source of formation is they are formed from VLDL or very low density lipoprotein. They function in the transport of cholesterol ester to the liver and provides cholesterol for peripheral tissues. High density lipoprotein or HDL mean diameter is 8 nanometer and they are composed of 16% triacylglycerol, 43% phospholipid and 41% cholesterol. The major kinds of apolipoproteins found in HDL is A1, A2, C1, C second, C third, D and E, and their main source of formation is liver, and they are involved in the transport of cholesterol to liver for peripheral tissues. Cholesterol is mainly present as cholesterol ester, and free fatty acids are carried mainly by serum albumin, not by lipoproteins. Good versus bad cholesterol. HDL stands for high density lipoprotein and it is known as good cholesterol because it carries cholesterol from other parts of your body to your liver. Your liver then removes the cholesterol from your body. LDL stands for low density lipoprotein and it is known as bad cholesterol because a high LDL level leads to a buildup of cholesterol in your arteries. Low density lipoprotein cholesterol. Higher levels of low-density lipoprotein can eventually build up within the walls of your blood vessels and narrow the passageways. Sometimes a clot can form and get stuck in the narrowed space, causing a heart attack or stroke. That is why LDL cholesterol is often referred to as bad cholesterol, whereas HDL cholesterol is referred to as good cholesterol because HDL picks up excess cholesterol in your blood and takes it to the liver where it is broken down and removed from your body. Synthesis and metabolism of lipoproteins. The pathway for the synthesis and metabolism of lipoproteins can be divided into two kinds, exogenous pathway and endogenous pathway. The exogenous pathway begins with the ingestion of a fat-containing meal or snack. Dietary lipids are absorbed in the form of cholesterol and fatty acids. Dietary lipids absorbed in the intestine with the help of bile acids. Chylomicrons that are formed and passed into the lacteals reach bloodstream via thoracic duct. During their passage through capillaries, the endothelium-bound lipoprotein lipase enzyme hydrolyzes the triglycerides into fatty acids, which then pass into the muscle cells to be utilized as energy source, and in the fat cells to be reconverted into triglycerides and stored. The remaining part of chylomicron, known as chylomicron remnant, containing mainly cholesterol esters and little triglyceride, is engulfed by the liver cells, which have receptors for the surface apoproteins of chylomicron remnant and digested. Free cholesterol that is liberated is either stored in the liver cells after reesterification or incorporated into a different lipoprotein and released in the blood or excreted in bile as cholesterol or bile acids. Liver secretes very low density lipoproteins containing mainly triglyceride and cholesterol esters into the blood. VLDL is acted upon by endothelial lipoprotein lipase in the same way as on chylomicron, and the fatty acids pass into the adipose tissue and muscle. The remnant, called as intermediate density lipoprotein, now contains more cholesterol ester than triglycerides. About half of the intermediate density lipoprotein is taken back by the liver cells by attachment to another receptor known as LDL receptor, while the rest loses the remaining triglycerides gradually and becomes LDL containing only cholesterol ester. The cholesterol ester of LDL is deesterified and mainly used for cell membrane formation. The cholesterol released into the blood from degradation of membranes is rapidly incorporated in HDL re-esterified or esterified with the help of an enzyme lecithin cholesterol acyltransferase and transferred back to VLDL or IDL, completing the cycle. The excess lipoproteins in the plasma are phagocytosed by macrophages for disposal. When too much of lipoproteins have to be degraded in this manner, cholesterol is deposited in the atheromas or in the arterial walls and xanthomas, that is in the skin and tendons. Raised levels of VLDL, IDL and LDL are also atherogenic, while SDL may be protective because SDL facilitates removal of cholesterol from the tissues. Antihyperlipidemic agents. Antihyperlipidemic agents are a diverse group of pharmaceuticals that are used for the treatment of higher levels of fats, such as cholesterol in the blood. They are also known as hypolipidemic agents, cholesterol lowering drugs, and lipid lowering drugs. Antihyperlipidemic agents promote reduction of lipid levels in the blood or promote reduction of lipoprotein levels in the blood, and they are used to prevent both primary and secondary symptoms of coronary heart disease. Classification of antihyperlipidemic agents. Classification of antihyperlipidemic agents. Antihyperlipidemic agents can be classified into HMG coenzyme A reductase inhibitors or statins. Example is lovastatin, pravastatin. They can be classified into bile acid sequestrants. Example is cholestyramine and cholestyramine. They can be classified into a class known as lipoprotein lipase activators. Example is clofibrate and gemfibrozil. They can be classified into another class known as sterol absorption inhibitor. Example is zetimib. They can be classified into a class known as lipolysis and triglyceride synthesis inhibitor. Example is nicotinic acid. HMG coenzyme A reductase inhibitors. The drugs coming under this class are pravastatin, atorvastatin, cerevastatin, fluvastatin, rosuvastatin, and pitavastatin. The structures of the drugs coming under this class are shown in the figure. Mechanism of action of HMG coenzyme A reductase inhibitors. Conversion of 3-hydroxy-3-methyl glutaryl coenzyme A or HMG coenzyme A to mevalonic acid occurs in the presence of an enzyme known as HMG coenzyme A reductase. The synthesis occurs in the hepatocyte cells of the liver and it is the first and rate-limiting step in cholesterol biosynthesis. Statins act by competitively inhibiting the enzyme known as HMG coenzyme A reductase, thereby reducing its activity. Statins act by binding with the active site of this enzyme and by inducing a conformational change in its structure that causes reduced activity of this enzyme. Also, the binding affinity of statins for HMG coenzyme A reductase is 10,000 times higher than the substrate HMG coenzyme A, thus preventing the action of the enzyme and reducing the intracellular synthesis of the cholesterol. The reduced level of cholesterol in hepatocytes secondary to statins activates the proteases that cleaves the membrane-bound regulatory sterol regulatory element binding proteins known as SREBP, which further migrates to the nucleus and binds to the sterol response elements. This binding results in increased transcription of the LDL receptor which translocates to the liver cell membrane. The LDL and the VLDL particles in the plasma bind to the LDL receptors and endocytosis in hepatocytes where their cholesterol components get processed into bile salts which are then excreted or recycled. This process increases the catabolism of LDL and VLDL cholesterol and results in further reduction of the plasma cholesterol levels. Statins also reduce the level of total cholesterol, LDL-C, VLDL-C, triglycerides, apoprotein B, and increases the level of HDL or high density lipoprotein C. Apart from lowering the lipid concentrations, statins also have cardiovascular protective effects or pleiotropic effects, which are primarily because of the inhibition of the production of prenylated proteins, mainly farnesyl pyrophosphate and geranyl pyrophosphate, in the cholesterol biosynthetic pathway. Statins prevent cardiovascular disease progression by following mechanisms such as plaque stabilization. Coronary artery plaque rupture predisposes to acute coronary syndrome. Statins maintain the integrity of the fibrous cap of atherosclerotic plaque by inhibiting the proliferation of macrophages and decreasing the expression of matrix metalloproteinases. Statins act by reducing inflammation. Inflammation plays an essential role in atherosclerotic plaque rupture. Level of pro-inflammatory cytokines TNF-alpha, interleukin-6 and interleukin-8 and decreases the level of CRP. Statins act by improving endothelial functions. Statins increase eNOS activity within the endothelial cells and results in improving myocardial blood flow. Statins act by decreasing the thrombogenicity. Statins decreases the activity of platelets and reduces the activity of thromboxane enzyme. SAR of HMG coenzyme A reductase inhibitors. HMG coenzyme A reductase inhibitors consist of three parts: lactone ring, bicyclic ring, and ethylene bridge. These parts, that is lactone ring, bicyclic rings, and the ethylene bridge, are important for the activity of the HMG coenzyme A reductase inhibitors. Mavastatin and lovastatin are the lead compounds in development of HMG coenzyme A reductase inhibitors. As I already told, lactone ring, bicyclic rings, and ethylene bridge that are present in these compounds are important for the activity of these drugs. Pravastatin is having ring open dihydroxy acid with a 6-hydroxyl group, and therefore it is more hydrophilic than lovastatin. So it has low penetration to the peripheral tissues, and thereby it is producing lesser side effects than lovastatin. The 3,4-dihydroxycarboxylate is essential for the inhibitory activity or HMG coenzyme reductase inhibitory activity of these compounds, whereas the compounds containing lactone ring are acting as a prodrugs and they are requiring in vivo hydrolysis to get converted into their active forms. The absolute stereochemistry of the 3 and 5-hydroxyl groups must be same as the mavastatin and the lovastatin. A double bond between the C6 and C7 can either increase or decrease the activity. The ethyl group provides optimal activity for the compounds containing ring A and some heterocyclic rings, that is pyrrole ring in case of atorvastatin. The ethinyl group is optimal for the compounds with other rings such as indole and pyrimidine rings seen in case of fluvastatin and cerevastatin. Ring A subclass. The decalin ring is essential for anchoring of the compounds to the enzyme's active site. Replacement with the cyclohexane ring resulted in 10,000-fold decrease in activity. Stereochemistry of the ester side chain is important for the activity, and the conversion of this ester to an ether resulted in a decrease in activity. Methyl substitution at the R2 position increases activity in case of simvastatin, which is more potent than lovastatin. Beta hydroxyl group substitution at the R1 position increases the hydrophilicity and may provide some cellular specificity. Fibric acid derivatives. The drugs coming under the class of fibric acid derivatives are gemfibrozil, clofibrate, and fenofibrate. The structures of these drugs are given in the figure. Mechanism of action of fibrates. Treatment with fibrates or fibric acid derivatives, a widely used class of lipid-modifying agents, results in a substantial decrease in plasma triglycerides, and it is usually associated with a moderate decrease in LDL cholesterol and an increase in HDL cholesterol concentrations. Recent investigations indicate that the effects of fibrates are mediated, at least in part, through alterations in transcription of genes and coding for proteins that control lipoprotein metabolism. Fibrates act by activating specific transcription factors belonging to the nuclear hormone receptor superfamily termed as peroxisome proliferator activated receptors or PPARs. The PPAR alpha form mediates fibrate action on HDL receptor levels via transcriptional induction of synthesis of the major HDL apolipoproteins ApoA1 and ApoA2. Fibrates act by lowering hepatic ApoC3 production and increase lipoprotein lipase activity mediated lipolysis via PPAR. Fibrates stimulate cellular fatty acid uptake, conversion to acyl coenzyme derivatives, and catabolism by the beta oxidation pathways, which combined with a reduction in fatty acid and triglyceride synthesis results in a decrease in VLDL production. Both enhance catabolism of triglyceride-rich particles and reduce secretion of VLDL underlie the hypotriglyceridemic effect of fibrates, whereas their effect on SDL metabolism is associated with changes in SDL apolipoprotein expression. SAR of fibrates or fibric acid derivatives. Fibric acid derivatives consist of three parts: aromatic ring, spacer group, and isobutyric acid group. Spacer group is connecting the two parts, that is aromatic ring and the isobutyric acid group part. Of these three parts, isobutyric acid group is essential for the activity of the fibric acid derivatives. Compounds containing an ester such as clofibrate and phenofibrate are the prodrugs and they require in vivo hydrolysis to get converted into their active forms. Substitution at the para position of the aromatic ring with a chloro group or halo group containing isopropyl ring produces compounds with significantly lower half-life. Most of the drugs contain a phenoxyisobutyric acid. The addition of an M-propyl spacer as seen in gemfibrozil results in an active drug. The drugs coming under the class of bile acid sequestrants are cholestyramine resin, cholestyramine hydrochloride, and cholecalciferol. The structures of the drugs, that is cholestyramine and cholestyramine, as well as cholecalciferol, are given in the figure. Mechanism of action of bile acid sequestrants. Interruption of the enterohepatic circulation of bile acids by cholestyramine or cholestyramine influences the hepatic metabolism of cholesterol in many ways. The synthesis of bile acids is increased as reflected by several-fold increase in the activity of the cholesterol 7-alpha hydroxylase enzyme, which is the rate-limiting enzyme in the synthesis of bile acids. The increased metabolism of cholesterol to bile acids causes an enhanced demand of cholesterol in the hepatocytes, which respond with both new synthesis of cholesterol as reflected in a several-fold increase of the HMG coenzyme A reductase inhibitory activity and increased expression of LDL receptors. As a consequence, the plasma level of LDL cholesterol is lowered and the hepatic secretion rate of VLDL particles is increased. Cholestyramine therapy does not affect the output of biliary lipids or the cholesterol saturation of bile, indicating that the treatment with bile acid sequestrant should not be associated with any increased risk of gallstone formation. These are the references. Thank you.